Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Danny and Donna's behind the camera, and we are forever dreaming. Today was a travel day, so we went from Jekyll Island to Savannah. We're still fighting this heat wave. I think it was 101 degrees when we showed up today, and that's the temperature outside, not the feels like temperature. So anyways, it's really hot. So one of the things that we do on a travel day is we try to make the meal real easy and fast. But we don't want to cook inside because when we turn on the propane, it's going to heat up the inside. So we're going to show you on our grill that we have outside, which is actually a Tempo Husk, which is like a big wok. And I'll show you how we use that. And we're going to use the fettuccine in the Insta Pot because that doesn't produce any heat. And when we want to vent it, we take it outside to vent it to let the steam out so it doesn't make the condensation on the inside. So stay tuned. It's a real simple meal. We're going to show you how to do it. Okay, so now I'm going to cut up the onion. Now we're going to do the bell peppers. And now we're going to add the mushrooms. Okay, and the mushrooms. And now for the sausage. When you're cutting the sausage, it's best to cut them thin because these will take the longest to cook. So the thicker you cut them, the longer it's going to take them to cook. So one thing you want to do is keep your sausage in one container, and we're going to come back over here to our vegetables. And I put the oil and everything on there now, and we use a high temperature olive oil, or I'm sorry, avocado oil, and you just want to sprinkle it on there to kind of get the vegetables coated. When I put it on the grill, it's already got oil on the vegetables. So one of the only ingredients that we use is Cowboy Butter, and this is, you can find this at Walmart, and this is a new jar that we have.
We got that one actually at Sam's Club.
Sam's Club. But we also, in our spice rack, we keep a big spice, all the spices up here. So I'm gonna get my Cowboy Butter out, and I'm just gonna put the Cowboy Butter on this, and again I'm gonna mix it up with my hands. The sausage I don't put any more seasoning with. It's already seasoned, and I really like the seasoning a lot, so I put quite a bit. And if you haven't tried the Cowboy Butter yet, you should really give it a shot. It goes on everything. We've had it on hamburgers, steaks, salads.
Corn.
Corn is really good on corn on the cob. So like I said, all of our seasonings that we use up here, and we did a video on how we store our seasonings, and this works out really, really well for us. Super, super easy. And I'm gonna put a link in the description on the video on how we did this, and you might wanna take advantage of that also. For cooking pasta in an Instant Pot, there's only one trick to it, and you wanna put the water in the Instant Pot so it covers it up. But you also wanna make sure that the noodles will fit flat in the Instant Pot. So I break them in half and I put them in kind of like that. I'm using a half a box because it's just me and Donna.
Our RV Instant Pot is only a 3-quart. It's smaller than what most of you may have.
Yeah, this works out really well for us for storage and space and for meals. So sometimes the bigger your pot, the more you make and the more you're going to eat. So this kind of helps us out with our portion control. I'm using the water out of our Acuva. The water filter purifies the water. So basically like that. So you want to just cover up the noodles. And what I like to do, just to kind of give it a little bit of fat base, is I'll put a little bit of butter, probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter in there.
What about salt? Do you add salt?
Yes, I also add salt. Thank you, I forgot about that. But I also put salt in there. And I was always told the more salt the better. Okay, so the Instant Pot, I put it on pressure cook, 7 minutes on high, and go from there. And that's running now. This is our Timbo Tusk. We've had this probably about 3 or 4 years now. It fits in our side boxes of our truck camper, and it's a very unique cooking system. And it's really small, and I've cooked everything and anything on this thing. Chicken, hamburgers, breakfast. I've done stir fry on this thing. I've done all kinds of stuff, and tonight we're gonna do our other stir fry. So this is what it comes with. It comes with the steaming right there lid, and a grill and a cleaner, in the carrying case. And this bag here is where the legs are at. One other thing that we get is we'll get a propane bottle. We get the famous green bottles. This thing actually lasts a really long time. Screw that on to our burner. Make sure my stuff is adjusted the way I want it. Everything's good. And this is a wind blocker here. Try to find a place that's flat. I'm gonna come over here so it'll be easier for me to cook on. And it's just like that. It's very portable. And to clean this thing is just like you would do like a iron pot or skillet, the way you clean that. Just water, no, never touch it with soap, water, steam, and a couple of paper towels. All right, so to turn this on, just open up the valve till you hear the gas and do the click. And it turns it on that easy. And the first thing that I'm going to start with is the sausage, because that's going to take the longest to cook. So I'm going to put a little bit of avocado oil in there just so that the sausage doesn't stick to anything. And this thing heats up really fast. And the very center is the hottest, and then the outside is less temperature. So while you're cooking stuff, once you got it done to where you want it, you can put it towards the outside and it'll keep it warm. Where the inside is basically like a wok. Basically is where you're going to cook everything. So I'm basically just smearing the avocado oil around, and once this starts to lightly smoke, I know it's ready to go to put the sausage on. I don't know if you can tell, but it's lightly smoking, and I'm going to go ahead and put the sausage in. Now with these things, because they do get hot really fast, slow or low is your friend. So I basically put that on so it's barely making a flame. Oh, you can already smell it. Can you guys smell it? It smells really good. You can do this in a frying pot. We were going to use our portable induction plate out here and cook it on, but I figured let's put it on the grill and do it, because we have a lot of vegetables going in with this. While we're doing this, the Insta Pot is cooking the noodles. So you want to cook this to where you think it's about halfway done, or everything's kind of got a little bit of blackened part to it where it's seared. And if you guys scratch the side of the video, whatever you're watching, you can smell the food cooking. That was a joke.
It does smell good though.
So while that's been cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add the vegetables.
So much for portion control. Oopsie.
We were trying to use up some of the mushrooms we had in there because it was like the last day that they were going to be good. Stir this around. Try not to dump it on the floor like I'm doing. And what's nice about this is I got it on low. You put the top on there like that.
Nice.
And it'll start to almost steam the vegetables. You want to keep making sure that you're flipping it over. Oh, it smells really good.
It's that cowboy butter.
It really is.
And the sausage.
And this is going to go over top of the fettuccine noodles, which should make a really good dinner. And if I wasn't being really lazy because it's been, you know, kind of a long day with the travel day and the heat, we probably would have brought our air fryer out and then put some biscuits in it and made some biscuits with this. The main reason, again, that we were cooking this is because of the heat that this would put off if we were to be able to cooking this inside, because this is going to have to cook for, you know, a good 20 minutes or so to get it to the al dente that my wife likes, consistency on the vegetables. So this would put out a lot of heat, and that would make a lot more work for the air conditioner, plus the condensation of going inside the RV. Try to cook out as much as possible in the summertime because that'll help out your air conditioner, keeping to the temperature that you really like. I'm going to show you why you do not add water. If you look down here, that's all the juices from the vegetables and the sausage. No grease, just a little bit to cover everything so it doesn't stick and it cooks good. But that's all juice. Vent it. So the reason why we do it outside is we don't want all this condensation on the inside. But when you're cooking noodles, it uses very little water to be able to do this with, instead of trying to boil it and let all that steam for 20 minutes, you know, in your camper. We found that this was the best way for us.
Less water is good for boondocking.
Oh yeah. As you can tell, the noodles are done. I'm just stirring them around a little bit to get that butter that we put in there to coat them. And that's to give it a little bit of flavor and to keep the noodles from sticking. Okay, so this is done. I'm gonna turn the gas off. Okay, so this is what it looks like dished up. It's a really quick, easy meal, and it'll fill you up. But the most important part is the cheese. So put it on, don't put it on. I go heavy, she goes light. Wanted to show you how we kind of beat the heat with the cooking on the outside so it doesn't warm up the inside, and a simple, easy meal that maybe you can cook for you and your families. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell us what you do to beat the heat for cooking. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.